All right, tell her that I'll see her at 7. Can you make an appointment with the judge after that? Thanks, Lakeisha.
You realize we've been on that thing since we left the market.
Sorry about that. It's just been crazy busy this week.
Yes, it must have been if you've been at work since 7 a.m.
Well, that's only because I'm defending a teacher. The school board has found out that she's a Wicca. Now they want to fire her.
What the heck is a Wicca?
Well, from what I understand, it's some kind of pagan thing. Wiccas celebrate the earth and all of its seasons, but some people call them witches.
You're defending a witch?
Not the kind that you think of.
What other kind are they beside the broom-riding, cauldron-stirring, spell-casting kind?
The white magic kind? Supposedly, it's a perfectly harmless religion based on nature.
Well, I think religion's a bit of a stretch. I mean, do they believe in God?
Several.
Out of there.
Come on, Emmy.
Come on, what? I won't have a witch teaching my kid. First of all, it's creepy, and don't tell me that their beliefs aren't going to spill over into that classroom.
That is a complete generalization.
Spoken like a woman without children.
So what? Would you have them fire her based on her religion?
I'm just saying that there are certain things that just beg for trouble when you bring them into your life. The occult is one of them.
Mom, look, Dad just bought me my own gun.
And that's another.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. In my wild, beautiful world, you will have flown. It isn't now. I'll be gone alone.
I cannot believe it. You took that child out and bought him his own gun? What on earth were you thinking, Collier?
I had to. He needs something his size for the trip. He wants me to take him deer hunting. Said he's ready to make his first kill.
His what?
We're going in a few days.
Really? And were you going to tell his mother this?
He's been hunting with me before, Mary Elizabeth.
Yeah, to watch, yes, not to kill.
I was 13 when I shot my first deer. If my memory serves me right, you were 12.
Well, we're not talking about me, and Davis is a lot more sensitive than I ever was. Why, not 4 years ago, you had to drag him kicking and screaming hunting. What, all of a sudden he's changed his mind?
It's not all of a sudden. I've taken him out plenty of times with a .22. He's a damn good shot. He's ready for a 30-06. Look, there's some things that only a father and son can share.
What, killing?
No, like hunting and weaponry. It's a guy thing, Mary Elizabeth. And the last time I checked, you don't have the right equipment to be a member of the club. Do you mind?
No, it doesn't bother me.
That she's out there teaching kids? Renee, you have got to wake up. I've been doing some research.
A lot by the looks of it.
Look, these Wiccas are into the black arts. They even pray to a horned god.
It says the horns are a symbol of the god's connection to the animals of the earth.
That's just a fancy way of saying devil, if you ask me.
Actually, Wiccas are as far removed from the devil as Christianity is.
Ready for court?
Visualized on it all morning.
Good. Let's just go over a few things in my office first.
Okay.
It'll just be a few minutes.
Did you see that?
See what?
She gave me the evil eye.
Every day that she's in class, Miss Sanders poses a threat to those children.
Your Honor, that is completely unfounded.
Let me be clear on this. Your client is being considered for termination after an encounter with the police that revealed her membership in a witches' coven.
Witches as defined by the Wicca religion. That's correct. My client was on her own time, in her own home, doing nothing illegal.
Which is just left of immoral.
Your Honor, she was performing a Wiccan ceremony in her own home. If a neighbor hadn't phoned the police, mistakenly believing that Miss Sanders' home was being burglarized...
They were wearing all black.
The board would never have known of her religious beliefs, which by law she is not obligated to supply.
Miss Sanders' practice of witchcraft renders her effectively incompetent within the means of the dismissal statute. And further, teachers are role models. It is essential that they lead lifestyles appropriate to their position.
And who appointed you lifestyle police?
Counsel, please. Ms. Saunders, is there anything you'd like to add?
Only that I love my kids, and I would never lead them toward any religion whatsoever. That's a parent's job, not mine.
May I also remind Your Honor that Miss Sanders was voted Teacher of the Year only last month.
No one knew she was a witch a month ago.
Enough, Mr. Stewart. I see no point in removing Miss Sanders when the school board hearing deciding this issue takes place in 4 days. Therefore, I am granting a temporary injunction allowing Miss Sanders to continue teaching until such time.
Well, we won the first round, but the rest may not go quite so easily once this goes public. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
I don't see any other choice.
I do. You could settle with the school board, you could transfer.
Those are not options, at least not for me.
Laura, this is so serious. As your attorney, I would be remiss if
Do you remember your favorite teacher?
Mrs. Curdy in the 6th grade.
Now, to teach well is to become part of a child's life forever.
Is that why you do it?
There's a boy in my class named Randall, and when he first started with me, he couldn't even sign his own name, and now he can write over 100 words. Now, you tell me, what's better than making that kind of difference in a child's life?
Cookies. First batch. Want to help me with the rest? I know how much you love the dough.
No, thanks.
You know, it occurred to me that we haven't been spending too much time together one-on-one, you and me.
Mm-hmm.
And it also occurred to me that you're spending an awful lot of time with guns. Any particular reason?
Nah, they're just interesting. Kind of beautiful in a way.
What do you mean beautiful?
Well, like the Ruger 9mm. It has 3 different metal colors. Black, gray, and silver. And even though it's small, it's like super strong. And when you hold it, it becomes part of your hand.
You know, I've been thinking about this hunting trip, and my feeling is that you shouldn't go. As a matter of fact, I don't want you handling guns at all until we've had a little time to figure this all out.
You're kidding, right?
I know it's hard to believe, but I know you better than you know yourself. And the boy that I know is sensitive.
I'm not sensitive. Does Dad know about this?
Not exactly, no.
Until he tells me I can't go hunting, I'm going.
Davis, honey.
And stop being so mushy with me all the time, okay? I'm not a little boy.
But if I were, I wouldn't have to wear junk like this. Well, you're not a little girl either. You're a young lady when you start middle school. You're the one who's in middle school. I'm still stuck at my dumb old Catholic school until the 8th grade. But at least I get an extra week before I go back. Well, I'm glad my school starts earlier, because that's when my new image starts. What new image? Well, I've decided to be more sophisticated this year and wear store-bought clothes like these. Those aren't sophisticated. They're Teresa's dumb old hand-me-downs that my mom gave me. Well, they're in perfect shape, and they'd be a perfect fit. If you like them so much, you can have them, because I sure don't want them. Really? I can have all of these?
Are you home? I've got a surprise for you.
Meet me at Fort Dixon before school tomorrow and bring the box. Hey, Mama!
While I was out shopping today, it occurred to me, young lady, seeing as you're about to start the 6th grade and all, that it might be time for this. Welcome to womanhood, honey.
Oh, Renee. Oh. What do you think? You probably thought I forgot, but I didn't. Your first new dress of the school year. Don't you just love this color?
It's nice, but
what?
It's kind of old-fashioned and childish.
Renee, you are a child.
No, I'm not. Look at me, Mama.
Don't you take that tone with me, young lady.
See, even you say I'm a young lady, so why can't I dress like one?
Renee.
Why do I have to have the dresses that you like to make instead of the ones that I like to wear?
Look, I have spent my time and your father's hard-earned money making this dress, and tomorrow you are wearing it, so help me God.
Fine. But, Mama, someday I'm going to be able to wear what I want to school, and you won't be able to stop me. The farmer lives on 100...
Excuse me, 1 minute, class. Randall, keep reading.
On this land.
What is it?
I just got word the administration's been calling parents all morning. It might get ugly.
But I thought I was safe till the hearing.
Well, I have the injunction right here, just in case.
Do you want me to read the next page too, Miss Sanders?
Oh, no, thank you, Randall. That'll be enough reading for today. Why don't we all turn to page 23? You know what? Would you all want to do a 10-second spelling bee?
Yeah!
Okay, so here we go. The word is flower.
Pardon me, class. Harvey, Miss Sanders.
Principal Montgomery, I'm Miss Sanders' attorney, and this is an injunction which prevents you from removing her from this classroom.
I'm well aware of your injunction, Miss Jackson, and I'm not removing this teacher. But I can't and won't stop concerned parents who wish to remove their children from her class.
Cameron, get your book.
Don't, please don't, Mr. Lawrence. Emily has been doing...
Mr. Montgomery, if you've organized this to circumvent the injunction, it won't work. I'll report this to the court. You will have such a loss.
No one's saying Miss Sanders can't stay.
Please.
She can stay as long as she wants.
You're scaring the children, please. Please.
What do I do now?
Teach.
As I was saying, class, the word is flower.
Beaut, isn't it? I haven't fired it since last year. Needed a good cleaning.
I want you to get rid of it, Collier.
Are you out of your mind?
Are you? Guns are dangerous, and your son is fascinated with them, which is reason enough just to get him out of the house.
It wasn't in the house. It was locked in the garage. So what if he's fascinated by it? He wants to go hunting, Mary Elizabeth. All boys do. When you were his age, you were fishing all the time. What's the difference?
Whoever got mowed down by a fish hook? And besides, it's a different world now. When we were kids, there was no Jonesboro, no Columbine.
Yeah, but there are plenty of crazy people, just less news coverage. Besides, we're not talking about a kook, we're talking about Davis.
Who had a gleam in his eye when he talked about the power of the gun. Anyway, I already told him he wasn't going to go hunting.
What? You know, if you trusted me as a parent, you would have discussed this with me first.
And the reason I didn't is because I knew you'd tried out that Second Amendment, oh, a man's got a right to protect his family crap, when the reality is, Collier, that there are a lot of teenage boys who are depressed and angry and are killing people, and their parents don't even ever know anything's wrong. I want to get rid of them, and that's it. I want them out of here.
No!
What?
I would not let my son near a gun without having taught him right, Mary Elizabeth. What do you want? Proof?
Shotgun, handgun, gray gun, play gun. One gun, big fun. Two guns, more fun. Bring 'em on down.
Okay, now with any gun, you want to keep it pointed in a safe direction. You want to keep your hand off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. But even before that, you always want to check your equipment and make sure it's clean and safe to fire, which Stan already did.
Watch this, Suge. He's got a pretty steady hand. Nice.
Anything above the neck is an instant kill zone.
Well, isn't that a nice thing to hear coming out of a 13-year-old's mouth?
He needs to know the realities of gunfire. I'm not going to lie to him about it.
Well, that's fine. You just don't have to glamorize it.
He's not. He's done everything right, Mom. He's taught me so well, I can even teach you.
A handgun? Now, look, it's one thing for him to use a rifle, but does he need to use a handgun?
Every good hunter usually carries both. Besides, he's not going to be firing it. Here.
What? Oh, I haven't fired a gun since I was a kid.
First, you keep your hand away from the trigger. And you hold the gun out this way. Now stand like this so you can brace yourself. Just two hands. Your left, cupping your right. Now pull back the hammer. Line up your sights. And slowly squeeze the trigger.
Did you bring the box? Yep, it's over there. So you're not gonna tell your mom, huh? Don't you think she'll notice? I'll just come back by on the way home from school and change back. Yuck. What's the matter? My outfit looks like middle school, but my hair looks like the 3rd grade. Do we have any scissors here? You're gonna cut your hair? Why not? I'm old enough to decide how I want to wear it. And besides, I'm sick of the stupid pigtails. But won't your mom get mad? Maybe, but I'll talk to her, woman to woman. Emmy, is that a bra? My mom's making me wear one now. I don't know how I'm supposed to play sports when I can't breathe. Remind me to show you a trick for that. After I cut my hair into a sophisticated bob, that is.
Renee, look at you. You look so pretty.
Thank you, Mavis.
And your hair is real smart.
You think so? I did it myself.
Oh, yes. It looks just like the...
Hey, girl.
I'm talking to you.
Yes?
Think you pretty special, don't you? All high and mighty in them fancy clothes.
Look, I'm just wearing what I like to wear. It shouldn't concern you.
Well, it does. We don't like to see the girls around here with all them ugly things anyway.
Pearl button, stop it.
Look, don't tell me what to do, girl.
Let go. Don't get me dirty. I love Miss Sanders.
When Randall first started in her class, well, let's just say that she was able to help him in a way that no other teacher had before.
Randall, your mother tells me that you want to help Miss Sanders. Is that right?
She's my favorite teacher.
Do you think you could get up in front of a lot of people and tell them that?
Yes.
And if they asked you if you believed in God, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them me and my mom are Methodists.
Has Miss Sanders ever talked about God or spirits or anything like that in class?
Nope.
Has she ever talked about anything personal?
She said she used to get bad grades before she learned how to study right, but after that, she got all A's, and we could too.
I think you'll do just fine in front of the school board.
Oh, well, I'm the one who'll be a nervous wreck. Well, will there be a lot of press there, or?
Well, that's hard to say. When the issue involves children, people tend to have very strong opinions.
That's what I was afraid of.
Miss Sanders says not to be afraid, because I have this. She gave it to me for protection.
May I see that?
It's a moonstone.
Do you know what significance a stone like that has? Does it mean anything, symbolize anything?
It could just be decorative, but I just started working here. Let me check with my boss in the back, okay? She's a high priestess.
Really? Of what?
The Divine Order of Dark Angels.
Oh. Lakeisha. Lakeisha, will you get in here?
Renee, this really isn't in my job description, so if you don't mind, I would rather wait outside.
I do mind it. Will you stop scratching? Laura did not curse you with a rash.
Oh, yeah? Then how come I started itching 2 minutes after I met her?
Because you're paranoid.
Can I at least get my garlic cloves out of the car?
No. You just stop being such a chicken.
Right. You made me leave the office just to drag me down here for no apparent reason.
Oh, we can grab some lunch afterwards.
Lord have mercy.
You know what? This stuff will scare you as much as you let it scare you.
Did it ever occur to you that I might be scared for good reason? I mean, look around, Renee. Skulls, black candles, goats. If this isn't evil, what is it?
It's lapis lazuli. I asked my manager, and she said it was a stone commonly used in witchcraft and goddess worship.
And you thought she wasn't influencing those kids?
If I didn't feel so strongly about this issue, I'd drop Laura's case.
Forget the issue. We're talking about life here. And when you're dealing with life, you got to make the tough choices. I mean, as an issue, hunting, for example, I'm against. But...
You caved in, didn't you?
No, but Davis convinced me that he was well-versed in safety and knew the power of the weapon he was firing.
And so tomorrow your son is going to go out and kill a deer. That is disgusting.
Well, I know it, but I do think that I understand it a little better, because this afternoon I went out to the firing range, and you know, it'd been a long time since I'd fired a gun.
And?
And at first, I didn't like it. And then, well, it was kind of fun.
Now that's really disgusting.
Now, you can't act all superior about something until you have tried it at least once.
guns?
I have. Bill took me out to the range once, and the minute I fired his gun, I realized the only reason they exist is to kill. It's as simple as that.
Well, when you put it like that, yes, you're right and I'm wrong.
Whoa, did you just say what I think I heard you say, which is that I'm right and you're wrong? And no witnesses.
Not unless you count those people in robes on your front lawn.
Oh, Goddess, Mother of the Crescent.
Oh, my God.
I think that's Goddess, isn't it?
I just moved here. What are the neighbors gonna think?
You've got some pretty strange friends.
Should I call the cops?
I vote for an exorcist myself.
I mean, let me try talking to them. Aren't you coming? You're gonna let me face a bunch of weird wiccas all by myself? Thank you. Excuse me, what are you people doing here?
While we're friends of Laura's, we're creating a ritual for your legal fortune.
Well, may I strongly suggest that you do it elsewhere? If you people don't get out of here, I'm gonna have you thrown in jail.
Mother of mankind and woman.
Well, I can see you're really getting through to him.
I don't think there's anybody here that's not in some kind of trance. What am I gonna do?
Send your power and shine your light on our circle here.
So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be. O Goddess, Mother of the Crescent, in your name we gather by the moon.
Well, I'll be.
Blessed be.
It almost never snows in Birmingham.
Gracious Goddess, you are eternal light of the night, maker of all that is beautiful.
It's awful cold out there. You sure it's okay to go hunting in the snow?
It'll warm up by the time we get out there.
Why do I feel like you're gonna leave one person and come back someone else?
Mom, relax.
I love him as much as you do. I won't let anything happen to him.
I know. I know you'll be there. It's just...
Relax. Trust me.
Well, just take this.
We don't have a cell phone.
We do now.
We can't afford this.
I got 3 months to pay for it. Just take it.
Love you.
Who were those characters fluttering around my house last night?
Sorry about that. I knew some friends were going to be performing a ceremony of blessing. I didn't know that they were going to use your front lawn. Apparently, your property has wonderful goddess energy. Wasn't that snowfall awesome?
Didn't help my roses much.
That was a sign from the goddess.
What about this? This is not as innocent as you led me to believe.
It's as innocent as nature.
Please, enough with the nature crap. This, I was told, is used in witchcraft and goddess worship. This is a religious icon.
It's whatever you want it to be. I can take this pencil off your desk and make it a religious icon if I want to. It's made from wood, natural elements of the earth. You use it as a pencil, I could use it for worship. But does that mean if I gave you a pencil that I'm trying to convert you to my religion?
You told Randall that this would protect him.
Because he was afraid he would fail. He saw the stone, he liked it, I gave it to him. In that moment, it was as innocent as that. It gave him confidence, it comforted him. What is so wrong with that?
Are there any other talismans like this in your classroom?
I'm a natural science teacher. There are geodes, crystals, constellations, all of which could be used. But that is not what I teach my kids.
Is there anything that Stuart could bring up in the tenure hearing that you haven't mentioned?
No.
Laura, I just need you to tell me. The school board attorney is going to use anything to discredit you.
I am not concerned. You saw last night. The signs are good. Lakeisha?
I'm afraid so.
I think she's got me confused with vampires.
Renee, I'm confused.
Mama,
I just don't know what to say. I mean, fighting in school? You're just getting way out of hand. I might have to send you to your grandmother's because I don't think I can take much more of this.
Mama, please.
I don't think I give you permission to speak. You are still my child, and you will do as I say. Look at your hair. I don't know what your father's gonna say when he sees you. I mean, what has gotten into you, and where did you get those clothes?
Can I speak now?
Don't you get smart with me. You're not too big, I can't teach you a lesson with a paddle. Now you answer my question.
I borrowed them from Emmy. They're Teresa's hand-me-downs. Mama, I knew you wouldn't like it, but I'm in middle school now, and you still make me dress like I'm in kindergarten.
Renee.
Mama, I'm not trying to act grown, honest, but you always said I should be a young lady. Mama, I'm growing up.
These stupid things are useless. What's the matter with you guys?
Well, Mary Elizabeth, we didn't know that you wear a brassiere?
Well, I'm supposed to, but I hate it.
I didn't know you were so womanly. What are you looking at? Hey, stop it.
Come on, guys. Let's finish the game.
Mary Elizabeth, put that away. Tully, let go. You let go. I want to see it.
Call your sons. You better let go of that.
Go. Tully.
Damn. Probably shut the phone. Well, the mighty hunters return.
Hi, honey, we're home.
Where's Davis?
Well, he broke his leg. I had to shoot him.
Very funny.
Relax. He's out hosing down the truck. Hey, he got his first deer. You should have seen Mary Elizabeth. He's quite a marksman. I'm going to call him Deadeye from now on.
How come y'all didn't answer the phone? I've been waiting here worried sick.
Well, we turned it off. We didn't want to frighten the deer.
Oh, but you don't mind frightening me, huh? So he loved it, huh? Y'all gonna be hunting every weekend now?
Well, I doubt it, if you know what I mean.
Well, what happened? When he killed it, did he cheer as he watched it die, or did he throw up?
If he wants to tell you, he'll let you know.
He's a big hunter now. He's not gonna want to chat with his mother.
You don't tell me everything that Kelly tells you.
If you want to know how she feels about her period, I'll tell you. Come on. I want to know what's happening with my son, huh? Don't cut me out here.
Well, if you promise never to tell. Promise? You're not going to tell?
Where?
He cried. Don't worry. He'll toughen up.
I hope not. So, you okay?
Yeah, why?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering if you were tired or hungry or sick or anything.
Did I tell you?
Tell me what?
The deer was about 200 yards away. I only had a second to line on my sights, but I got it right in the lower neck. Dropped like somebody kicked its feet from underneath it. Well, don't worry. It was quick and clean. I mean, it's what they call a humane shot.
Was it still alive when you got to it?
It twitched a little, but then it was over.
And how'd that make you feel?
Better than the deer.
Davis?
I mean, maybe we can have its head stuffed.
You know, it's okay if...
If what, Mom?
Nothing. Just as long as you're okay.
Miss Jackson? Patricia, what's wrong?
Miss Jackson, I'm sorry, but Randall can't testify. He's being teased at school. I had to take him to his grandmother's. And this morning, I got hate mail.
Calm down.
Hate mail.
Calm down. I know this is
I
upsetting.
can't calm down. Listen, I want to help Miss Sanders. She is a great teacher. But I am not prepared for all this chaos.
Patricia, Laura needs you today.
I'm sorry. I have to protect my son. I am sorry.
I hope the Board of Education realizes that freedom of religion is a basic human right in this country. My client has broken no laws. She's caused no harm to society, but in fact has enriched our community by being an exemplary teacher, as voted by this very same board only a month ago. And now, because she practices an unfamiliar and misunderstood religion in the privacy of her own home, the board now sees fit to deprive our community of a gifted and caring teacher. This makes no sense. The United States Army recognizes Wicca as a religion. However, that shouldn't even concern these proceedings whether Wicca is a valid religion or not. Miss Sanders could be an atheist and should still be able to hold her job. In fact, her position of not emphasizing the religious aspects of certain holidays is exactly what the law demands in a public school: separation of church and state.
If God is taking out our schools, we don't want Satan in his place.
Your Honor, someone needs to speak on Miss Sanders' behalf.
That's why she has an attorney, ma'am. Now, please be
But
seated.
this is like a witch hunt.
If she's a witch, let her burn.
I'll be quiet.
Thank you,
No,
Miss
but I do
Sanders.
have to say that I do not want atheists teaching my
Laura
children
Sanders
either.
is not an atheist. She just doesn't believe in the same God you do.
This is great. Mr. Norman!
The next person who speaks out of turn will be thrown out of this room.
How can you represent this woman?
Order.
Would you want her teaching your children?
Order!
What about Nazis and racists? Somebody has got to draw the line.
Order!
Where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw the line?
Order! This is now a private hearing. Everybody out. Adjourn.
It felt like we'd gone back in time and we were at the Salem witch hunt again.
Renee, I know you're a lawyer and an objective person, but do you honestly think that it's okay for a teacher to be a witch?
This particular Wicca, yes. And if those parents could just get past the fairy tale stuff, they'd see a simple pre-Christian religion.
Pre-Christian? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means that there were religions before Christianity, like Buddhism and Hinduism, and Wicca is one of them.
Oh my gosh. You've fallen under their spell, haven't you?
No. It's just for all that I've seen, Laura is a wonderful teacher and her students love her. Be ashamed if this woman couldn't teach anymore.
Well, when it comes to teaching, I draw the line at witches. I mean, you remember that goth thing Kelly went through?
She didn't get that from a teacher. That was peer pressure.
All right, fine. But tonight, Kelly has a play rehearsal because a teacher of hers, a former actor, has encouraged her. So you see, teachers' personal lives do have an impact.
Emmy, it's really simple. If a teacher leaves their personal beliefs at home, out of the classroom, and could just stick to the curriculum, then...
Then what? Let's say, okay? Let's say if Uncle Jimmy could keep his racism out of the classroom, then he could teach? Is that what you're saying?
Well, intellectually, I don't...
Oh, forget that. What do you believe?
Hell no, I wouldn't let Uncle Jimmy near anybody's kids. Okay, fine. But racism and religion are not the same thing.
Miss Sanders must not know the meaning of religion. We are talking about a ritualistic cult whose principles and behavior are inappropriate for a teacher in our school system. That is what is at issue here today. Furthermore, Miss Sanders claims that her so-called religious beliefs do not influence her teaching. However, her pagan worship of nature is clearly evident in the emphasis that she places on seasonal decorations. She teaches that Christmas trees are pagan talisman, and Christmas is presented merely as a change of season with no mention of the more meaningful aspects of the holiday. Now, yes, there is separation between church and state. However, because Miss Sanders' beliefs have been pulled into the classroom, it brings confusion to her students. That is why her removal is required for the stability of the learning process of our children.
You don't want a witch teaching your children. I don't want a racist in the classroom. But can I prohibit Republicans too? How about people who listen to electronic music? They might influence our kids to abandon piano and violin. Where does it stop? Can anyone, a Christian, a Republican, a Wicca, can he or she check their personal beliefs at the door when they enter a classroom? And should they? I don't know the answer to that. But I do know what the answer is not. It is not that we create robots for teachers with no opinions, no beliefs, no personality. That would be a disservice to our children. And so our only recourse is the law. The Constitution states that it is against the law to discriminate in employment based on race, creed, gender, or religious beliefs. And when we use the rational parameters of the law, this case is clear. Laura Sanders has every right to remain in her profession as a teacher, regardless of her religious beliefs. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. The board will have its decision tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. We are adjourned.
Okay, pass around the plates. I'm dishing up the meat.
I'll just have salad, thanks. Too rich for my blood.
Davis, come on.
I'll have some potatoes and salad.
You'll have salad and vegetables and potatoes and deer meat.
It's called venison.
And venison is deer meat. This is what guns do, Davis. They kill. You killed it, you eat it.
Mary Elizabeth O'Brien, what is the meaning of this?
I can explain.
Oh, you better. Now, I know you didn't exactly want to wear this, but you don't go ripping things up after we paid good, hard money for it.
I didn't. Tully and Collier did it.
What did you say?
Huh?
What do you mean, Collier? Who was such a... Mary Elizabeth, what were you doing?
Nothing. We were playing combat soldiers, and the stupid thing was itching, and it snapped, so I took it off. And then the boys...
You undressed in front of the boys?
No, Mama, I swear. I just undid it from underneath like this.
No, I do not need a demonstration, thank you.
Well, anyway, the boys got all stupid and snatched it. And then it ripped. That's all.
That's all. Mary Elizabeth, never let a boy touch your undergarments.
Well, I wasn't wearing it, so what's the big deal?
Oh, that is enough with your smart-mouthed young lady. Lisa, I wish you acted like a young lady. And why were you playing soldiers anyway?
Well, why can't I play soldiers?
You can't, that's all. And never, ever undress like that again, especially in front of boys. And clean up this mess. This isn't a barn.
It's not a barn, it's a pasture.
Are you sure?
Yes, Mama, I'm sure.
But I made this one special.
Oh, I have plenty of dresses, Miss Jackson.
I know, we could give it to little cousin Vicky. She always admired it, remember?
Well, it would be her size right now.
Oh.
No.
Mama, I can't fit that anymore.
I know, it's just, you used to love this dress and you look so pretty in it.
I still love it, Mama. Remember the time I spilled ice cream down the front?
And you cried and cried and cried. And when we got home, I cleaned it up and pressed it. And you put it on and you danced around like a little princess. Let me see. Oh.
Yeah, I was 8 years old. I'm almost 12 now.
I know. Oh, time goes by so fast. You just have to give me a chance to keep up. Would you girls like some milk and cookies? Or would you rather have coffee?
Mama, I like coffee.
I bet you do.
Was she teasing us?
Yes, Emmy. What do you think? Too little, girl, or should I keep it?
Don't ask me. I'd throw them all away.
Just you wait, Emmy. One day you're gonna want to wear a pretty dress for Collier Sims. You just see if I help you pick one.
Hey, now this is cool. You're giving this away?
Yeah, it's too small for Elston.
This is too good for Goodwill.
Yeah. Try this.
Yes? Time to get ready for bed, honey.
Okay, I'm almost done. Hey, Mom, could I ask you a question?
Sure.
It's a writing question. See, I'm doing this report on hunting and stuff, and I'm stuck.
Well, that's something I know a little bit about. I know just how this feels. It's like your brain freezes, and no matter how hard you try, it's just you cannot drag those words out of your head.
Yeah, I know what I want to say, except...
Stuck.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you a little trick. You just sit there for a second, and then you start writing. It doesn't matter what. It can be nonsense even, just whatever comes to your head. You just write, kind of stream of consciousness.
But how does that help? I'm gonna be great on content, spelling, and grammar.
Well, once you've muddled around it a little bit, you'll find the answer in there somewhere.
Whatever comes out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Sanders, although your attorney has brought before us interesting philosophical arguments, we hold that practicing witchcraft is inappropriate behavior for the standards of conduct we require for teachers in our school system. Therefore, we will abide by and intend to proceed as planned with your removal from the classroom environment. We are adjourned.
So much for blessings from the goddess. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be offensive.
No, it's no problem. It does look like I've lost, but the blessings aren't about victory or defeat. It's about accepting change. But I do want to appeal. What do you think?
I think you should. Legally, you've got a strong position. I believe you were removed from the classroom because of your religious beliefs, and that's always cause for an appeal.
But you don't want to handle my case, do you? Don't worry, I won't put a hex on you if you say no.
I don't believe in hexes or spells. Laura, I believe what you've got is a case for the ACLU, and they won't charge you nearly as much as I will.
That's something I have to consider, I suppose. Thank you for everything you've done. You worked very hard on my behalf, and I appreciate that.
Good luck, Laura. And I'm sorry that...
Miss Sanders!
Hey, Randall.
We heard about the decision. He begged me to bring him. He wanted to see you again. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, of course not.
Miss Sanders, I got something for you. Open it. Mommy told me you weren't going to be my teacher anymore. So I wanted to give you a lucky stone so you wouldn't be afraid.
Thank you. Good luck, Miss Sanders. And thank you.
You see, the blessings are all around.
Yes, they are.